Also, I want you to have a quiet time. Okay. This is normally, I have a hammock, and I always, like, once I got a hammock from my husband, I was just like, everybody needs a hammock because it is amazing. You just lay in it, and sometimes I'll get my Bible, or I'll get my notebook, and I will just, you know, just have a quiet time. Have a time when I am just really just getting into the word, or I am really just sitting there and just kind of taking in the nature. Have a quiet time. Okay. The next thing I want to share with you is journaling. Y'all, if you do not journal, and you don't have to journal every day, but sometimes we are able to process and deal with things when we write it out. Okay. And so there are times when you might have had a rough day, or you might have had maybe a hard discussion with someone, and it's very, very good for you to be able to process through it by writing it. Okay, so that's another tool. It's just journaling. Okay, reflecting on your day, reflecting on the week, whatever. Okay, so that's a good tool that you can use to be able to reflect. All right, now the last one, the last R that I want to share with you is restore. And Psalms 23rd chapter, 3rd verse says, He restoreth my soul. He leads me in the path of righteousness for His name's sake. And so we all want our soul restored, right? And so I want you to think about, once you've rested, once you've reflected, now it's time to restore yourself. And so one of the tools that you can use is doing something that brings you joy. What makes you happy? What makes you laugh? What makes you feel exhilarated or feel like you're free? You know, I love zip lining. I don't do it as often as I would like, just because I have a job and I have a life. But I love zip lining. It brings me joy. I feel free being able to fly through the trees. Okay? That might not be yours. All right? But find something that brings you joy. And find a time to do it, okay? You know, and I would encourage you to even get a few things that bring you joy some are maybe a little bit more time consuming than others, so that you can pick how much time you have. You know, if you got 5 minutes, what's something that you can do that's really fun, that will kind of make you feel free, okay? I would always do a little dance party sometimes in the kitchen when I was cooking, and it was just a quick thing, but it helped me to kind of get my mind off of stuff. Okay? All right. Take a day off, and I have in parentheses, or more. Okay? Take off a day. Okay? If you need more, take off more days. And I know that this is probably, don't come for me. I know this is probably going to go against society's ideology, and, you know, even the church's ideology of work, pour out, pour out, pour out, pour out. But I want to tell you guys is that if you pour out, I always say that an empty pot cannot pour water. Okay? And so if you are constantly pouring out, which is what you do at your job, which is what you do with your family, which is what you do with church, let me tell you, if you're constantly pouring out to other people, and you are not refilling yourself, you are doing others a disservice. Okay? And the reason why I say you're doing others a disservice, because like I said before, your spouse and your children should get the best of you and not what's left of you. When you are empty, but yet and still you're still trying to pour out to other people and you're still trying to fill them up, you're not giving them your top level of service. You're giving them only a fraction of you. Okay? And sometimes we feel like we are pouring out, and that's why you're exhausted. You have to fill yourself. Okay? So sometimes we need a day off. Sometimes we need more than a day off. Okay? So that's something I would encourage you to do. Also, the last tool that I'm going to say with Restore is delegate tasks and responsibilities. Delegate. Now, this does not mean that somebody comes in your church and you like, oh, well, you know finances, so I'm just going to give it to you because I don't feel like doing it. That's not proper delegation. Proper delegation is when you actually seek the Lord, when you actually feel that you're led to delegate a task to somebody. But we are not supposed to do everything. We're not supposed to be everything to everybody, and we're not supposed to do everything for everybody. Okay? We have to delegate, and delegate responsibly. Delegate to people that you know that you can trust with that task, with that responsibility. Okay? So, those are my 3 R's, you guys. Rest, reflect, and restore. I'm going to go to the last one and saying SOS. And interesting factoid, you guys. I know you didn't ask for one, but I'm going to give it to you anyway. SOS, did you know that it did not start off as an acronym for help? Actually, the International Radio Telegraphic Convention in 1906, originally it started off as just a mere Morse code sequence, right? But then later on, they decided to create this acronym that stood for Save Our Souls or either Save Our Ships. All right? So now you know, okay? But SOS, basically that is that cry for help, right? And I want to just let you know that you are not alone. If you're feeling overwhelmed, if you're feeling like the world is crashing around you, or you feel like you have the weight of the world on your shoulders, or the weight of your church on your shoulders, or the weight of the ministry on your shoulders, or the weight of your job, please know that you can reach out. Okay? I want to tell you that when you're feeling overwhelmed, first, reach up. Okay? I want you to think of it like the cross. Reach up, then reach out. Okay? Reach up. We have a God. We have an Abba Father who loves us immensely and wants to have a true, intimate relationship with us. He wants us to cast our cares onto him. And so first, I would say that when you're feeling overwhelmed, to take a pause, to take a break, and reach up. You know, worship the Father. Ask him to help you. Give it over to him. Many times we are stuck with the struggle that we have because of the fact that we have not gotten rid of it because we haven't given it over to God. We're still holding on to it. We complain about how it's bothering us, how we're struggling with it, but we have yet to truly open our hands and give it to God. So I want you to first know that you can reach up. Okay? That you can pray to God, that you can ask him to take this. Okay? But God is a gentleman. He's not going to just snatch it from you. You've got to give it to him. Okay? Cast your cares onto him. He can take it. He's strong enough. Okay? So reach up. The next thing I said was reach out. Okay? So reach up, then reach out. Think of the cross. So when you're reaching out, this means that you seek wise counsel. Okay? It is not an indication of weakness when you reach up and reach out. It is an indication of strength because you had the courage now to say, you know what? I need help. And I've prayed about it, and I feel like I need more help than me, just doing it on my own. Okay? And God puts people in our path as resources to help us live life and live it more abundantly. When we have heart pains, heart conditions, we go to the doctor. We take medicine. God put those people in our path so that it can be resources to help us live that life abundantly that He came for. So when we have issues with our mind, when we're struggling, we should be able to reach out. It's okay, as my shirt says, to have Jesus and a therapist too. I promise you, it is okay. It shows that you have the courage to do that. Okay? So, the last thing that I want to share with you is different resources that you can use. If you feel that you need to seek further help. And the first one is the Pastor's Care Hotline. This 1-800, I'm so used to saying 1-800. 1-844-PASTOR-1. And that's 1-844-727-8671. Okay? The next one is my practice. If you need to reach out to me, this is my website as well as my email and my number. And text is better, but of course, if you need to call, I will answer as well. Okay. And then we also have the National Suicide Crisis Lifeline. And they've changed it to not be so long anymore. All you have to do is text or call 988, and you will be able to get to somebody 24/7 and be able to talk to someone. Okay. I just wanted to end off with just saying that all of our health is important. We want to live life and live it more abundantly. And that is how we prosper. We are body, mind, and spirit. And so I hope that this was helpful for you. I hope that you got some good tools and also some good resources that you can use. But I am just so thankful that I had a chance to share with you, and I hope that it was a blessing for you. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful day, and be blessed, and know that your mind is important, and we should all be able to prosper just as our soul prospers. Y'all, have a great day. Bye.